Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy FREDTHECORP, man. If you already don't know, go ahead and subscribe to your boy. Leave your comments. Keep showing me that love, and I'll keep showing that love back to you. Today's video is gonna be a movie review on the Guardians of the Galaxy, which I just saw, and great fucking movie. I get a movie. Now let me tell you. Now I do my rating scale of 1 to 5. 1 being poor, 5 meaning phenomenal. And I give this movie a 5 out of 5 stars. I think Marvel finally Marvel nailed it. They got this one right. First of all, just from the cast to the director to the plot, the storyline, the visuals, the CGI, the character interaction, the comedy. It was sad. It was emotional at certain parts. It hit home. It showed you like how people like can get a little bit of power and they take advantage. How everybody wants to be the bigger guy. It's a lot of things this movie shows. And I've pretty much watched all the Marvel movies, pretty much from the start of this whole Marvel thing, from all the Spider-Mans to I've seen all the X-Mens, I've seen all the Iron Mans, I've seen all the Incredible Hulks. I saw the Avengers. I've watched them all. And I just want to say, Guardians of the Galaxy delivers. It is the first time Marvel made a complete movie. And you know, because a lot of times they leave out things and they don't really put everything in the movie. And you be feeling like, really? Like seriously? But let's get down to the cast. The cast of this movie is excellent. Obviously, Chris Pratt, he plays Star-Lord, which is Peter Quill. In the movie, he's like this bounty hunter, Han Solo of the Marvel Universe. And then you have Zoe Saldana, who plays Gamora, which she looks so beautiful in green, and only she can make green look that good. And you have Dave Bautista from, which a lot of y'all not familiar with. He's from the WWE. He's trying to do the acting thing now. You know, these wrestlers are all acting. And you have Vin Diesel, who plays Groot, which he played excellent Groot, which I'll get to that a little later. And Bradley Cooper, he plays Rocket. And you had a lot of other actors that you know well. Any of my Walking Dead fans in here who like Merle, you know, Daryl's brother Merle, who got his hand chopped off. Michael Rooker, he plays a guy named Yondu, who his character is so great in the movie. Like he's one of the best characters in the movie. He's hilarious in the movie. And he's the Michael Rooker that you know, like is Merle. But let's get to the movie. They started the movie off, you know, Peter Quill, he's a kid and he gets adopted, and the reason why the beginning of the movie has such a big significance to the movie is because in the beginning of the movie, he's this kid sitting in the hospital, and his mom is dying on her deathbed or whatever. But he's listening to music, and it's funny because it's like in the '80s, like where he got adopted. So all he had was a Walkman tape player, which were the shit back in the day. Y'all '90s babies probably don't know what a Walkman tape player is. But back in the day, this was the shit. Like, this was the best technology and the best thing you could have. No iPod was available, no MP3 player. Like, this was the shit. And he had that, and it had these tunes on it, which in the movie, he jams, like, all these old songs, which makes the soundtrack of the movie. it's just like such one of the best original soundtracks to a movie that you will ever see. Like, they nailed the soundtrack out the ballpark. Like, great. Um, and that's pretty much how he got introduced and whatever. And that's how the soundtrack get introduced, because they use him, Star-Lord, to introduce all these songs, and it shows his personality and who he is, and how he's cherished this Walkman his whole life, because it's the only thing he's had to remember his mom or Earth before he got adopted by Yondu and his team, his elite team. So basically, the movie is about, because a lot of people are not familiar with who the Guardians of the Galaxy is. The Guardians of the Galaxy, they used to do this. This is not the original original team. They got the original team of Guardians of the Galaxy got replaced in 2008 by the current team you see now: Drax, Rocket, Gamora, Star-Lord. They got replaced, Groot, and a lot of people all fell in love with the cast and the characters, because Marvel took a big risk making the Guardians of the Galaxy, because it was such a cast of characters that people are not familiar with, because obviously little kids know who Captain America is, Iron Man, and Incredible Hulk, but nobody really knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy is. And I felt like in one movie you got to really know who all these characters are, their motives, and what they're all about. They delivered it in one movie. Like, where else can you find that, where you can have such all these diverse characters, and they was able to get the substance of each character all in one film, and you got to really get an emotional connection to each character, and it made you feel like a lasting effect on you. That's what it had. I was watching the movie, and I felt like I knew these guys like my whole Marvel tenure. Like I like these characters are like household names, but they're really not. But they will be household names now. The Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, is they delivered, and the crazy thing is that everything in the movie from the movie is just freaking hilarious. Like, these characters, they say off the wall things, even in serious moments. They'll say something, they'll throw a funny line and to make you be like, really, he said that? Like, it's crazy. Like, they did a phenomenal job of the comedy in the movie. Like, it's excellent. It will make you laugh your ass off if you haven't seen it yet. By the way, if you haven't seen it, you need to rush out your house right now and drive to the movie theaters and watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Let's see. They also finally, because and they kept referencing Thanos in the movie, and I'm like, here we go again, another movie, and we're never gonna see Thanos. Here we go again, like, and they kept referencing him, and you kept hearing his name, and then you're like, nah, it's not gonna happen. That's what I was thinking in my head, and then they showed a scene with Ronan. By the way, Ronan is the bad guy in the movie. He's Thanos underboss, who Thanos has assigned the task of getting the jewels for the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet, which once you get all the 5 stones, you just have unlimited power, which you could destroy everything. And Ronan, he had to talk to Thanos, and they show Thanos, like, they show him in the chair standing, but he had his back turned. I was like, I'm watching, I'm like, no, because let me tell you, it's been like freaking 3-4 years us waiting to see Thanos, because at the end of the Avengers, when they did a teaser and they showed Thanos, and you like, holy shit, man. You like, man, he's coming. And then the internet blew up, and then, it died down. And, you haven't seen him. Finally, in this movie, he's sitting in the chair. And next thing you know, Thanos, he turns around. and you see him and he talks, and it's like for a couple minutes, but it was like the most incredible couple minutes in the Marvel movie history, because this is one of the super villains. This is like one of the big villains, one of the big bosses. And they brought him to the big screen, and it was just like so surreal. It was like, it was bigger than life. Like when they showed Thanos, like I was like, holy crap, this is Thanos. Like look at this guy. Like this guy is the man. Like this is the most evil, almost like the most evil diabolical person on the universe, in the Marvel universe. Like this guy is freaking insanely evil, and they had him right there, and like. And like they just showed him, and he talked, and he showed up in the movie another time, you know, but he was like a hologram on the wall. But once I saw Thanos, I knew at that point on that this movie was the shit. I knew that it was nothing else that they can do in this movie to fuck it up or anything. And the movie really only got better. Really only got better. The character interaction was just off the scale, man. These characters interacted with each other, and you would think they were like brother and sister rivalry, civil rivalry, and it was crazy. Like they bonded well together. Marvel did a great job. Hopefully they can keep this Guardian of the Galaxy thing going on for a while. There's already been Guardians of the Galaxy 2 already been announced, supposedly, what I was reading on the internet, 2017 or something like that, 2018. Hopefully they can keep the same cast together, man. They did a good job. I am so satisfied with this movie. One of the best movies I've seen in a long time. And it's crazy because Guardians of the Galaxy literally saved the 2014 box office. And when I mean saved, this movie saved the box office. Like, the box office would have been shit in 2014 had it wouldn't been for the Guardians of the Galaxy. This movie alone would carry the box office this summer. It's carrying. We had no Will Smith movie this summer. We really didn't have nothing else going on. Lucy bombed out. Hercules wasn't that great. Ninja Turtles comes out this Friday, but Ninja Turtles ain't came out yet. And that was nothing. And then Guardians of the Galaxy took the void. They took the torch and ran with it. You guys did a great job. Man, I am Groot. I am Groot. Great movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you gotta rush out the house and see it. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. They nailed every aspect of the movie you can see, and it's crazy. It shows you like they really went in depth into the Marvel universe, that to an aspect of the Marvel universe that really was never seen before, and it's crazy. And then it's like they did it all in a serious note, like there was this scene in the movie, Ronan. He supposedly thought he blew him up on a ship, and he comes out at the end, and everybody's standing there, and he's about to like destroy the planet because he has the power with the stone. He's like invincible at this moment, and he's standing there. He's getting ready to blow. It's a serious moment, and then Star-Lord starts singing and dancing, and then Ronan's like, "What is this? What are you doing?" Like, it was so hilarious. Like, for this evil guy to be just like stopped in his tracks, and he had no idea what he was doing because he was dancing and shit. He's like, "What the fuck is you doing?" Like, and then he's like, "I'm distracting you." That part is gonna be a classic. That's gonna be a classic part for years to come. Man, great movie. FREDTHECORP approves. Marvel, good job. Stan Lee. Oh man, Stan Lee's cameo in the movie is hilarious too. You're gonna love Stan Lee's cameo. Like, his cameo is fucking hilarious, like always. And at the end of the movie, they did troll you. They troll you at the end of the movie. It's after the post credits. You think you're gonna be expecting some, and then it's fucking Howard the Duck. Fucking Howard the Duck. Which you 90 babies probably fucking have no idea who Howard the Duck is. Not at all. Like, I know y'all don't know who Howard the Duck is. There probably was a lot of Google searches on who the hell Howard the Duck is. But yeah, definitely go see Guardians of the Galaxy. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars, man. It's your boy Fred the Court, man. I am Groot. I am Groot. Peace out.